These are some of the bronzes stolen more than 100 years ago in what is now southern Nigeria. Most of the artifacts removed from the King of Benin's palace ended up in the British Museum. Campaigners have made repeated calls for their return.
I think it's very important that we are straightforward and honest and transparent about the ways in which some of these objects have entered the collection. It's absolutely not the case that everything in the museum's African collections was plundered or looted, or whatever phrase you want to use, but obviously there are certain circumstances or certain events that happen and certain examples like the Benin Bronzes where that material wouldn't have come into the collection in the same way today.
Curators from Europe and the United States are negotiating an agreement to set up a permanent exhibition of the bronzes in Nigeria.
While it is true that the British has the highest number of objects, we still have many of these objects in other European museums. So there's need for there to be a concerted effort by all this, and that is what the Benin Dialogue Group is all about.
But it isn't clear whether the Nigerian government will accept a loan offer from the British Museum.
We would, be open to such conversations. So there's just not one track decision as to whether it's going to be on loan or a permanent return. We will be open to having a broad range of discussions on each piece of work.
The oldest of the bronzes were cast in the 1500s. Descendants of the artisans who carved them still practice the craft today.
If really they are bringing it, at least they should exhibit it for people to see it, especially we, that our forefather did the job.
Their hope is that all depictions of everyday life, chiseled through the ages, can one day be seen by future generations in the land where they were created. Barbara Angopa, Al Jazeera.